Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 75 of Pokemon Horizons titled The Future We've Been Entrusted. The shine of this world just dropped, and in this episode, our heroes learn about Lucius and the history of Laqua, as well as capturing a legendary Pokemon. What is it? Let's talk about it. Even the show knew this was an important episode because the show doesn't contain any eye catches. The episode begins with Liko asking Rystal about the explorers and Laqua, and we learn about how Rystal made Lucius. She had a Terapagos that she found in the Great Crater of Paldea that she was trying to protect from some people who wanted it. When she's cornered, that's when Lucius arrives with his Rayquaza and runs them off. Later, when they're talking at night, we learn that Lucius had read Heat's book, and he believed in Terapagos. This tells us the type of person Lucius is. He's an optimist who wants to believe in the fantastic. This explains why he's looking to go to Laqua, the Pokemon paradise. Lucius says that he wants to see the beauty of the world. He's an adventurer in the true sense of the word. The two decide to go on an adventure to find Laqua together. This adventure is the adventure where Lucius made friends with Pokemon like Arboliva, Galarian Moltres, Lapras, Kleavor, Entei, and Rystal says that he just loved Pokemon, which is why Pokemon were so attracted to him. One day when asking people in a bar about Laqua, they come across Gibeon, who also believes in the story of Laqua. When asked about why he wants to go, Gibeon says that if the legends are true, then Laqua holds something extraordinary and he wants to witness it. So, Lucius asks Gibeon to join them in their search for this place, and Gibeon agrees, since it would make it easier to find this place as a team. This is where they come up with the name The Explorers, as there were three people seeking the unknown. Eventually, they all do reach Laqua, and it's a paradise just like it was claimed. There are legendary Pokemon hanging out with regular Pokemon, and there seems to be enough for everyone. However, when going deeper in the area, they also find areas where the land is barren and desolate. Eventually, they discover glowing pink crystals, and this is Laquium. It seems that it emits powerful energies, and these crystals are the thing that's encouraging these surrounding plants to grow and explains why Laqua is so abundant in resources. But the nearby area is also drained of light and desolate because of it. Lucius believes that this energy transcends the laws of nature and that they should just pretend they've never seen this. However, Gibeon can see how much an energy like this can transform the world. Rystal agrees with Lucius and says that they should just head back to base camp. But later, when it begins raining, they realize that Gibeon isn't with them, and a massive explosion where the crystal was earlier alerts them to him probably still being there. Lucius, Rystal rush to the site, and they find Gibeon with his Zygarde excavating the crystal. Lucius tries to get Gibeon to stop, but Gibeon says that he's doing what must be done to help transform humanity's future. And this is also where he seems to go crazy, claiming that he found Laqua. When he continues to have Zygarde dig, the crystal gets more and more unstable. The gas spreads across the area, and the plants nearby get bigger and break down. Then the Pokemon nearby are affected, and they attack our heroes from the rage from the gas. As the gas continues to spread, Lucius says that it could cover the whole world and destroy it. All of his Pokemon come out to help stop the crystal, but the crystal just keeps growing and growing. Even Rayquaza can't stop the crystal. While Gibeon is obsessed with this infinite power, even his own Pokemon Zygarde understands the risks of this and tries to stop it with its cores, going from 50% to 10% and sending its cores to cover the crystal. But that doesn't work either, and it grows more and more, creating a massive crack in the ground, which Gibeon falls through. Seeing Lucius's determination to stop this crystal, Rystal wants to help. Her Terapagos transforms into a stellar form and creates a massive protective bubble around the crystal and surrounds Lucius's Pokemon with something similar and has them outside of the crystal. But Lucius himself is still inside of the bubble. Lucius thanks his Pokemon and urges Rystal to leave the situation to him, promising that he'll survive and reunite with them one day. Despite Rystal's protest that she wants to fight alongside him, Lucius insists that she escape, saying that she should protect their future. That future, I'm assuming, being the child that we learned that Rystal was bearing at the time. The crystal explodes inside the bubble, and Terapagos seemingly turns into the pendant that Liko had at the beginning of the series. We don't see much more of Laqua after this. Rystal says that she won't be telling her child about Lucius. She doesn't even want their adventures to be known so that further tragedies don't happen in Laqua. She just wants Layla, the kid that she's having, to grow up as healthy, and that's good enough for her. She planned on finding Lucius's Pokemon at some point, but she's content now knowing that these Pokemon are found by our heroes, and that these Pokemon still hold the promise that they made to Lucius. This is where Liko realizes that the memories she saw from the Pokemon are from Terapagos' point of view when it was with Rystal. Friede asks her if she remembers where Laqua is, but she says she doesn't because she got there with the help of Rayquaza and the other Pokemon, and on their way back she was rescued by a boat. She wonders what happened to Gibeon, but before Liko can tell her, she begins fading away. Rystal says that knowing that our heroes exist in the future Lucius protected makes her happy, and she tells Liko to take care of Terapagos because it's clear now Terapagos should be Liko's partner. As she fades away, Terapagos begins crying, and Liko comforts Terapagos. Friede hands her a Pokeball, and Liko officially captures Terapagos as her Pokemon. The next morning, Diana leaves, saying that now that she knows about her past, her adventures with the pendant are done, and that she's just going to adventure wherever her heart desires. She says that if our heroes ever need help though, she'll be back. After she leaves, Friede and the others try and figure out how they can get to Entei and Rayquaza to figure out what's happening in Laqua now. But while Friede himself doesn't know what to do next, he has an idea of who might. Back in Exceed HQ, we see Chalice and Spinel doing some more research on Loquium. Spinel says that he's keeping this from Hamber, but he's worried because they don't know the location of Amethio since his dismissal from the project. But even still, Spinel feels like he's gonna be the one to reach Laqua alongside Gibeon. And that's where we end the episode. This episode answers a lot of questions while still leaving a lot of mysteries. While we learn about the meeting of Rystal, Lucius, and Gibeon, we still don't know things like how Gibeon managed to survive the encounter, how he's managed to live this long. We also don't know if this means Lucius is still alive and he's also survived. It's a real question because he claims he would live, but did he? It's also interesting to see that Zygarde wanted to stop Gibeon's ambition, yet is still with him. What will that mean for the future? If Gibeon goes crazy again, is Zygarde going to try to stop him again? And what about Gibeon's side of this story? We learned a while back that Amethio's father did something to get the ire of Gibeon, and that he thought that Amethio was doing the same. So what happened here? I really hope we're able to learn about that because I would love to see the connection between the two stories of our heroes and our villain and trying to deal with the different family legacy, and all this is fascinating and I'm curious to see where the story is headed because once Liko reaches Laqua, then what? Is she just gonna stay there with the hero Pokemon forever? Will they destroy the crystals? Will the story pull in Ash Greninja and have Terapagos protect the area forever? I'm really curious because it seems like the encounter with Entei is happening really soon. Does that mean the series is coming to an end? Or is there going to be another major event like the Terrastal course to delay getting to Laqua? I guess only time will tell. I'm really curious to find out. But what about you guys? What did you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.